Looks like we're live. I'm going to double check and make sure everything is looking good before I get too involved here. Looks like the notification went out. If the screen would load, that would be lovely. Hi, Evie. How are you? Oh, Elvis. Hey. How are you guys doing tonight? Well, it's tonight for me. It might not be for you. Let's see what I'm going to do. Evie, I'm pretty good. Had a bit of a crazy day at work. We had a rather long meeting with everybody, kind of threw everybody's schedule off kilter, but um, it was mostly a good day. I think I'm gonna go do some. I think I'm gonna go do a raid. So Elvis, what's going on with you? You said your stream is tomorrow, right? I might have to try to, if I can pay attention to the time while I'm at work, I'll try to catch it. Well, we have these quarterly meetings, and we had one of those today. It wasn't boring. I actually have been learning a lot at the ones we've been having recently. So I kind of appreciate them, but we were in it for almost an hour and a half this afternoon, and by the time you go back, you can't get into any big project. So you're just trying to do a bunch of little things so that you can, because I don't like starting something and then not finishing it before I leave. I'll go do my farm. Got big plans for this weekend. I think I'm gonna get some scenic footage. I really love this area. Washing mostly. Well, we're I'm hoping I'll be able to do a live test once each day, and probably tomorrow night. But um, we're supposed to be doing painting in 2 rooms on Saturday. My children, we're moving their rooms. Since my son is leaving, we're moving his stuff to a smaller room. Because I imagine at some point most of we'll end up taking it to him wherever he is at. And my daughter wants to move to his room because His room's technically bigger, so I'm gonna move into my daughter's room and get my studio going for live streaming and doing videos, and I'm gonna put everybody's computers in there. So we'll see how much I end up. Yeah, yeah. That's why I told Lisa last night. I was like, please make sure that we know when you're gonna be going live Saturday with Casbat, because um, at least I can put it. I can take my tablet or my phone and listen to it while we're moving stuff around or painting or whatever. I had to put a deadline though. He is only here for another, well, it was four, one, two, three, four, 5 weekends, one of which is Labor Day weekend, and the Saturday before Labor Day weekend, um, we're having a going away party for him. So things will be kind of busy, so I kind of want to get this done. So did you do anything exciting today? I worked. Nothing exciting really happened. Although I did get to, I've been listening to the Nicole Nachman trial. Yeah, and I know that the verdict's already in, but I got to the closing arguments today, so I'm almost done with that one. The poor girl definitely has some issues. Well, I'm glad you had a nice bath. Maybe not so much fun that the cat was trying to trap you in there, huh? However, a good bath, especially if you have bubbles or bath salts or anything that smells good, it's always a good thing. So do you watch YouTube on a computer or on your phone? So you have a guard cat. Hi, baby. Oh, that's a shame. But I'm quite amazed at how good the graphics are on phones these days. It's amazing what they can pack into a little bitty rectangle.
Farewell, friend of the Grummles.
I did. I did. And it's such a shame. I mean, it's unfortunate if you put yourself out there that there are, I mean, at some point it seems like you're going to be targeted by somebody. And, it's one of those things where you really wish you could do something for her, but there's not a lot we can do other than pray for her and support her.
Looking to buy?
I, I don't the thing that I didn't understand is, um, the person who's doing this to her. Um, Seems to me they have bigger fish to fry in their own life. I don't know what the well. Okay, so if you, I I've been talking to my friend Maria about this at work actually since the whole thing kind of started, and we were trying to figure out what happened because if everything started at the beginning of June, I had only been watching her channel for a couple of weeks at most. So I was still like trying to, catch up watching the current stuff that she was doing. And so I mean, I was completely clueless. Um, but if it's been going on for that long and this person was unable, I mean, obviously this person either wanted to take over or ruin the channel. I suppose it has to be one of those two things. Um, and so far the tactics are not working. So maybe she figured if nothing else, if she gets her in enough trouble, she'll just stay off of um, YouTube. Then maybe she'll kind of feel like she won, um, even though she didn't exactly get her way. Maybe that would be enough for her just to kind of ruin the whole thing. But I'm hoping that's not what happens. I hope that everything works out and that the person who is bullying uh, does not end up winning. It would be such a shame if she ends up getting even semi her way out of the situation.
Oh, hello.
But it does go to show you really have to be careful who you give your information out to because you just never know. Now I'm trying to
Farewell.
find. I am hoping that what did they call it? The Legal Eagles group. I am really hoping um, that they are successful. Um, Need to fly all the way up there.
Greetings.
That they are successful in,
Travel safe.
yeah, I think they probably need to teach that to all the kids in school. The cyber safety, and as much as even with my kids, that I've tried to tell them, don't give out your personal information. Um, it's still possible that they will. I mean, so many kids. I mean, we see it in the news all the time. These poor kids that get abducted, and some of them get killed, or they give out all their information. Oh, or they go and meet them somewhere. They sneak out of the house and go meet them somewhere. It's terrible because kids think that they're invincible. I think the whole bullying thing is so out of hand, though. I mean, from very young ages all the way up through adulthood, it seems to be very rampant, and it's not just online, it's everywhere. And something really needs to be done. Part of it, part of the stuff with kids is the parents, though. I mean, my son, um, he was bullied, and he never told me. I didn't find out until I had removed him from that situation, and um, where my daughter, on the other hand, she would tell me stuff was going on, so I knew with her. Uh, a guy from here in New Zealand went to America to see his too young girlfriend. Her mom cut his throat. I don't blame her. Yeah, if somebody somebody came here to see my daughter, my husband would not be too kind to them. I just think it's very sad that so many really young people, really, really young people, are uh, committing suicide, having problems with suicidal thoughts. I mean, it's crazy. And what do you do? I mean, society has to do some changing, and until that happens, kind of not been lucky with my daughter. She has really lovely friends. Yeah, and my daughter, actually, both of my kids, I don't know that they are the best in picking out good friends. I mean, my daughter's best friend in the whole wide world, she's had
The ancient
since
vaults of the
before she
moon,
was in
untouched
preschool,
by
and
time for thousands of
um,
years. Who knows
I'm friends
secrets
with
await?
that girl's mom, and just
Many
they're a
young
wonderful
Gandharan
family.
warriors have
But
vanished
a
into
lot of the other
Yashar's
friends that she has
tomb.
chosen,
Have your wits about
we've
you.
run into issues with and had to deal with, and a lot of it is unsupervised kids. I mean, your kids do want some independence,
The
but
Mogu held considerable
you'd
power
like to
over the
think that if they're
stones
over
of
at
the earth.
somebody else's house, they're
Their
at least
magic
being semi
lingers on,
supervised, and
even
a lot of times that's
centuries
not
later.
happening anymore.
The Lodge Quailen seem to be guarding that door. Tread carefully, lest you wake them.
But a lot of the problem too is the mental health and the way that it's not really being dealt with properly. By the time you can get somebody help, it's usually far too late.
That was close. The door mechanism seems to have activated with the demise of the Guardians. I fear what we may find within.
Oh, that's neat. I might have to look up who that is. I don't know. That name does not ring a bell. Annie Crummer. Never heard of. Let's see. I'll have to check out some of her music.
to have awakened a spirit of some kind.
The counselors at her school. Yeah, I think a lot of teenage girls um, go through some sort of bout with
The
that.
stories were true.
Um,
We have disturbed what should not have been disturbed. He
Most of the time,
cannot
it
be
doesn't go
free to
anywhere, thank
escape this
goodness.
prison. You must
And
destroy him.
you hope that they get help if it's not just like a fleeting thought.
Tender your souls, mortals.
But it seems like
Horrors
all
await.
these kids on the internet,
Fang the
they
Accursed
gang
was
up and
betrayed by
just
4 emperors of the Mogul.
they choose
His
one
body
person and
destroyed
they
each
just do
time,
terrible,
only to
hateful
rise
things,
again.
trying to ruin their
This
reputation
is
or,
not the
you
last
know,
we have seen of Fang.
ruin their self-esteem.
The
And
Zandalari, ancient allies of the Mogul, they must seek the legendary weapon within the
oh, panic
depths of the
attacks are
vault.
not any fun.
I am sorry I did not tell you
I'm
earlier.
I'm pretty lucky.
These
I
vaults
don't
house a
I don't
weapon of
I don't really
unimaginable
have
power.
any of that kind of stuff going on.
I will stay behind and investigate this dais further.
I know some people that have, anxiety, and I am so glad I don't have to deal with any of that.
Now you done made me angry.
I
Time
do
to
worry
dig,
about my kids picking the wrong
friends.
people to hang out with, though. I still have a long way to go with my daughter, so hopefully we can keep her safe till she can be a better judge of character.
It be dying time now.
Is it now, right this minute, or just in general, right now in your life?
Bah! Bested by the likes of you. What a shame for a Zandalari priest to endure. But it ain't no tea. Take your trinkets. You'll be needing them. I be going now. Time to find a new home for me sword. Death be a doorway, and time a
Let's
window.
go.
I'll be back.
Oh, I did get a pet. Yay.
Ancient vaults of the kings of Mogoshan.
Well, that's
What
good.
might this button do?
Yeah, I,
Look here.
I have a
It is
friend who
the
has
history of
lupus,
Xian
and
of the
that's
Endless
pretty rough.
Shadow, a powerful sorcerer who kept the kingdoms in check through terror and darkness.
Now I'm trying to find my pet journal so I can get a pet out. That'll work.
This looks to be the record
I don't
of
know.
Tian the Merciless, a great conqueror
It's funny
who
because we
ruled
have
his
some
vassals with
some
an iron
situations that
fist.
at work that kind of don't make any
I've heard
sense.
tales of
And
the
you
saint
think, oh, we're
from
all
the times
adults,
of
and
Sith, well known
we
as
don't
a
have any
masterful
really,
archer
not
and
really, really,
genius.
really young people.
He
So
stole from the rich. What is this? I've heard
you'd
nothing of
think
this yet
some of
before.
these issues you wouldn't have to be
Men
dealing
is
with.
demented? According to these texts, Meng was the most foul and maniacal ruler to ever
That
abuse
sucks.
the imperial throne.
I don't know that I've ever I don't know that I've ever known anybody that had multiple sclerosis. Not personally.
You'll see your mistake soon enough. Soon, your healer under the darkness comes for you. You have angered the Emperor. Your sentence.
Oh my goodness, that's so young to get arthritis.
Secret
9?
passage has opened
Wow.
beneath the platform. This way.
Oh, I haven't been checking my dailies either. I have to check that. Seems like there's just so many
Look at
things
the dust
people
upon
have
the
these
floor.
days, diseases and
These dark halls have not seen footfalls for many centuries.
pain issues, problems. If it's not physical, it's emotional, mental.
I hear a faint humming. It is coming from this direction.
Uh, so you caught me on Lisa's live last night, didn't you? You came in a little bit towards the end, if I remember correctly. Lisa's so much fun. She cracks me up. I love her laugh. And I am going to find a way to teach her how to do Streamlabs. Yeah,
This
I like
long
her.
house is
I
full of
like her
energy,
quite a bit.
but feels unlike any we have seen so far. Fascinating. I have
But
never
see,
been
there's all
told of
kinds of neat
anything
things you
like
can do in
this.
Streamlabs.
The
So
wall
remember I
outlines
showed
it
you
as
that Be
well.
Right Back page? There are uh, whoop, there are other ones um, that I have. I have them all stacked up. So all I have to do is unhide one and hide like that one, and just boom, 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 pop them right through.
How
So
does
anytime,
today find you?
yeah, I like it. It's actually from
This
another theme.
seems
So
to be the
Streamlabs
key
has
to
these
controlling the device.
themes that
Let's
are
see here.
built into it, and a lot, and they're free to use. So like you don't have to worry about copyright or anything like that. And they and a lot of they're game themed, so they're kind of all around um, different games. But I kind of just looked at the colors and I kind of
It talks
you pick and
but
choose
this
what you want.
seems
So like you could
impossible
use
to run
a
a mobile
start
terminal.
streaming page from and they're made for Twitch. I mean, you can use them for both, but so many gamers they stream on Twitch.
Unknown entities
But
detected.
you can pick
Oh dear,
like
this could get
this starting
messy.
stream
I will
page
keep
and
tabs on it.
put all your information in and kind of change it up a little bit, or you can go to a different one and pick like the in-game overlay. So like the one I have, this pink frame that's around my video and the three uh, button type things above it that has some information in it. Um, that's from one theme, and the Be Right Back screen is from a different theme. But I actually have like 4 or 5 of them stacked up in there in case I get bored with one. But if I could teach Lisa how to use that, then she could just boom hit the Be Right Back thing. It's already set up with a transition. It would go boom, Be Right Back. She could go use the restroom, When she comes back, go right back like that. And I love messing around with technology, and I love teaching people uh, things that they don't think they can do. Uh, so I definitely will teach her how to use that stuff.
The machine has been destroyed, and
I
so
have
have
a
the most power weekends.
oh my gosh, I got another pet.
These
This
discs
is a good
look
run. You must be
familiar,
a
but I
lucky charm
cannot
today.
place their origin. They call to me.
Yeah,
Is this
there's a
I
lot of different
must
options. So there's
I
actually
see
there's a
evidence
couple of the themes that
clearly.
have
The Titans.
so like right
The
now I have a
deceived
gameplay
WoW
background set
salvaged
up.
and repurposed ancient
So
systems of
I
war
have my
to
video where it's
collapse
at because
their
it's over the
empire.
chat. So if like one of my
We go
friends chats me or whatever, I'm
to
not
the
kind of
lockdown
giving
lair.
away their name, that kind of stuff. Or if somebody says something inappropriate in there, which I have no control over, it doesn't come across on my stream. Um, so I placed it there on purpose. And anyway, my buddy, he unfortunately we have not been able to be on at the same time yet since I've been doing these tests. He works um, very long days, and his schedule kind of constantly seems to change what shift he's working. So, uh, but when I do catch him, which would be on a weekend, I don't think it'll be this weekend, but uh, we're gonna do some. I'm gonna get him, and we're gonna do some
Astounding.
dungeon runs
An
together, and
actual
he'll be in Discord with
functional
me, so
modal
everybody will be able to hear his
confederation.
voice and
We
watch both of
cannot
us
allow this to
uh,
fall into the
running
wrong
in group
hands.
content. That'll be fun.
An endless army of soulless abominations. I shudder to think of the
We
violence
have a
that
lot of fun, and
will
we have a lot of
erupt from
goofy things
such
that
a
happen to
machine.
us, and we encounter some
You
really
must destroy. May the great
crazy
grave
people.
guide your steps.
The Emperor's rage echoes through the hills.
But he's been wanting me to stream our gameplay for over a year.
The Emperor's strength grips this land with fists of iron.
See, and then I was talking about the uh, oh my goodness, Stream Deck. That makes things.
The
My
Emperor's
daughter spends
courage
every free day with her
burns
boyfriend.
everlasting.
Yeah, that certainly happens. My son was like that for a while. But the Stream Deck, um, you can tag certain things to it. You can tag, programs to it, and you hit the button and it just pops them up or whatever.
The
I
Emperor's
know
army
I was talking over
crushes
Lisa's head.
Emperor's foe.
I would have said you can macro stuff in, but I know she probably would have no clue what that meant. It's just like the layout for this game. At some point, I guess I need to make a character
What
and
is done
and do
Yet, how
just the
very
plain layout
useless
because
things
this
are hidden
this
beneath
layout is
the earth.
completely
How much do we not
customized.
know about the dark secrets of the mold?
Having the color match the
I
character
fear
that
that
I'm
our war
doing.
against our ancient
It's
enemies
not the way that the
is
game is
still
set up
far from
normally.
over.
Oh, your daughter and her boyfriend are staying there? Well, that's good. At least you get to see her that way. think I'm going to go and check the daily real quick and see if it happens to be the race to restock. I heard it was a full moon tonight here, too. I forgot to look at the calendar. My friend at work told me it was. Oh, well, that's good. Yeah, I am sure that, like, my puppy is going to miss my son when he leaves for the military. I am not looking forward to that. Yeah. Oh, let's see. I'm so glad tomorrow is Friday. Goodness gracious.
I've been
Corn
expecting you.
mash. I already have that.
Oh,
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it's the quest I need. Been waiting for this forever. Seems. What do I have to do to go? Ka, Mistrunner, and Thunderbluff wants 2 Randy Smallfish and 2 Amorous Mud Snappers from. I just have to fish. Perfect. That's terrible. See, my daughter has a dog that is completely hers. When she was. No. She was. I don't know. She was 3, maybe? Yeah, I guess she was probably 3. Uh, we got her dog. Um, and if he's still around when she moves out, I told her she's taking him with her. That's her dog. That's kind of silly to me. When I moved out of my parents' house, I took my dog. I mean, my dog was kind of bullheaded, so they probably wouldn't have wanted me to leave him there anyway. Yeah, I mean, she has a snake and a gecko. I don't want her leaving all those things here with me. I mean, they're hers. I got them because of her, not because, I picked it out. Okay, we're going to go for a different view here. Let's see. I could really do without the snake, but she's very into animals, so I figured anything in a tank, at least it's confined and not running around the house. Oh, that was pretty quick. I caught those. Oh, you know, I really don't like snakes. And um, I don't touch her snake. The whole rule was if if my husband really wanted me to let the kids get snakes, um, like he has to take care of them, and I'm not, they have to take care of them, and if they're not here, like when she goes to camp, my husband and my son would take care of it. I like watching them, as long as I don't have to touch them, and I'm not close. Pardon me, not close enough to get bitten by them. I'm okay. I think they're fascinating. I love watching them on TV. But I have had so many close encounters with poisonous snakes because here in Missouri, we have a lot of lakes. I mean, obviously, we have the Mississippi River and we have the Missouri River. We have, we have some fairly, large rivers and we have very large lakes and lots of places to fish. So we have lots of poisonous snakes that like to live in the water. And I have had some seriously crazy encounters with snakes, such as we were at a lake one time, my husband and I, and we were fishing, and he was like, we were kind of across the lake from each other. He had walked around one way, and I had walked around the other way, and I don't know what happened. I wasn't paying attention or something. Anyway, I went to throw my line out, and it got caught on a tree. My hook got caught on a tree behind me, and I went to go grab it, and I wasn't looking. And then all of a sudden, I realized there was a snake right there on the branch that my hook was on, and I like dropped the fishing pole, left it there, ran around the lake, and told my husband he had to go get my fishing pole, and that there was a terrible snake too close to it. No way. I was not. I wasn't messing with that. Oh yeah, you would not make it here then. Um, we were we were fishing. We were actually catfishing. I wasn't catching a catfish. I was catching bluegill, and my mother-in-law had a cat that had had some kittens, and we were going to go there that night. So I decided I would keep a couple of the bluegill for the cats to have, and I had, I don't know, one or two on a stringer. I caught another one I was going to put on there, and I went to pull it, and there was a snake that had swallowed the bluegill I had on the stringer, and I like to died. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, yeah. My husband rescues me all the snakes. Now, if I'm anywhere close to a snake or he sees a snake that I might encounter, he pretty much will kill it. The poisonous ones, he will kill it. Uh, I just I just know one of these days I just figured I would step on one and get bit, but luckily so far that hasn't happened. However, my mother-in-law, she sees a snake and she freezes. That would, I don't know, that's got to be a terrible thing to have. Like be so afraid and you're paralyzed and you can't move. My goodness, you can't even get away from them. I guess we ran Elvis off earlier. He didn't stick around very long, or maybe he wanted to call in, and I don't. I haven't. I'm not trying. I haven't tested the call in stuff yet. I have Zoom hooked up, but I'm kind of waiting for my buddy to be on to try it because I know he'll watch his mouth. Well, I hope you never have to find that out. I would suggest you stay away from Australia too, because they have some terrible snakes there. They have some seriously deadly stuff there. Um, yeah, Elvis left the building a while ago. I kind of feel, I felt a little bad for him because I think I saw somewhere in the chat at the beginning when Lisa first invited me in that he was wanting to come in, but I think and poisonous spiders too. Oh my gosh, yes. And spiders. Oh my gosh. I can't no. I can't handle spiders. Yeah, no. I literally there when I was young, there was a spider on the floor in my room and it was just a little bitty thing. And I was on my bed and I jumped from the bed out my bedroom doorway to the hall to go get my dad to tell him he needed to go kill that spider. And I
What
wasn't going
will
back in my
you
room
do?
until he killed the spider. It's
Will
just
you
petrified.
die?
Okay, I have to switch tunes. I need to go through and get that on all of them that I'm waiting on that for. No, thank you for the spiders. Although, like you look at some of the tropical places, they've got some. Like I would the anaconda, could you imagine? Oh my goodness gracious, talk about a serious snake. Oh, the very first time I saw arachnophobia, I thought I was going to have a fit. I actually like the movie. Um, but when they first started, showing spiders, I was just cringing. But I don't know. I guess as you get older, I mean, I have a terrible problem if I see a spider in my car while I'm driving. That's I don't like that. I have to find something to smash it and then I won't do anything with the body. So like I will smash it on my windshield and leave it there and then I'll tell my husband when you get home tonight from work, you're going to have to remove the body from the windshield because I don't know. And you know what it is with both the spiders and the snakes. Uh, really, you let the now, daddy longlegs? I don't know if you know what daddy longlegs spiders are, but um, I'm fine with them. I am completely fine with them, and it's because I know they can't bite you. Like they can't puncture a human skin, right? They just can't do it. But my biggest fear with the spiders and the snakes really is one that there's so many of them that are poisonous, and two, they're gonna bite you, and it doesn't feel good if they bite you. I would literally rather my dog take a bite out of my arm than deal with a spider or a snake. See, now, when we go camping, there's one of the places we go camping, and we pitch tents because my husband likes to do that, and uh, everything gets a dew on it. It doesn't matter what time of the year we go because it's a spring fed um, stream right where we camp, and so the water's cold and so this dew forms. So you go to bed at night and you wake up in the morning and there's this dew on everything. So there's this dew all over the tents and you'll wake up and the whole outside of the tent will be covered in daddy longlegs because they're drinking that water. And it's crazy. The first time I freaked out the first time I saw it because I saw them from the inside. Like I saw all these creepy things were all on the tent. My husband's like, "Oh, I bet it's just the daddy long legs. It's probably fine." And yeah, we got out. It was really neat because they do that like every night. They get all over the tents. Yeah, it's crazy. It's really neat. As much as I hate spiders, those are ones I don't mind. And That's such a neat site. I love camping
Ah,
there.
I've been expecting you.
I told my husband I have to get a GoPro so I can take some good video when we go and do stuff, so I can get some good video of that kind of stuff. So what is your weather like in New Zealand? Like right now, is it cold or hot or? Oh, that grass seems kind of high here. Find. Well, that's not what I. There we go. Gosh, time flies when you're having fun, huh? So, are you? What season are you in? Hey, Maria, what's up? You're kind of late to the party. I hope you didn't have to stay at work too late. Yeah, I figured it was winter. Okay. So, yeah, that wouldn't be too bad then. Ooh, how late did you get home? Oh my goodness. Did you get all your work done like a good girl? Did you get extra work dumped on you like normally happens? Oh, well, that's good that you don't get too many storms. We have Tasman. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's good, Maria. That's really good. I'm so glad tomorrow's Friday. It's Friday. We get to wear jeans to work, which is good because I probably have to move a bunch of boxes tomorrow. You're right. Uh, yeah, she could have helped you. You're right. You're right. But that was as likely as me getting that. We had one last year, April the 10th, that took power out to someplace for 2 weeks. That's terrible. switch to the next one. See, Maria, we'll have to take a business trip to New Zealand. Goodness gracious. Lots of black plastic. Yeah, I guess you did. Okay, so it's probably sometime in the afternoon there, Maria, because I know not last night, the night before when I was streaming, um, it was like lunchtime, and I had just eaten dinner. Yep, 106. So it's 8 here. That's 5 hours. Oh, so you're an hour closer than England. But it's backwards. Okay, so you're 5 hours behind us. England is 6 hours ahead of us. Okay, so that's two more time zones from Pacific time, I guess. Leave it to somebody in accounting to turn it into a mathematical equation. Okay, yeah. Oh, goodness. Hang on, I'm going to mute this and ask him to be quiet. Sorry about that. He has a mind of his own. Yeah, when I get my good streaming set up, and I mean by good streaming, like this is just the webcam that's built into my gaming laptop. I'll be able to put him on camera when I get my regular webcam. It'll have a wider angle, and I'll be in a room where I'll be able to move it around easier and get him on video, since everybody keeps hearing him. Yeah, I'll be having a lot of different kind of things on the channel. It's just easier for me to do my daily things in the game and test the stream at the same time. I wasn't really too worried about my internet. I pay for pretty fast internet, but I wasn't sure how well the laptop would handle streaming off of it for right now. So Maria, did you even get to eat dinner yet? I guess you did. Eating and cleaning. Of course you are. Yeah, I guess. Well, maybe you were home when your daughter came running through screaming that I was on, huh? Oh, well, that was neat. Well, at least I know that that works. So Maria, did you see how it flagged that message? You should have seen it too. It like put it in a queue for us to approve or not approve. It was interesting, even though it didn't have the full cuss word in. Did you see it? So I'm thinking you should have seen it the same way I did. At least I know that works. That's a Streamlabs thing that I put in there. Evie, can you put the F word in there with the asterisks like that? I think that's what flagged it. I want Maria to. I want to see if Maria sees the having to approve the what it deemed well, right. So I have it set so that there are some words that it won't even allow through, like the C word is one of them. I've put a few words in there, and um, the I set it up so that anything that YouTube, like YouTube, would deem possibly not okay, to like flag us. So we have to approve the message.
Please browse my wares.
I know, but can you do the F asterisk 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 ing like you did before, so I can see if that's what triggered it? Because I want to make sure that the mods are going to see it that
Next
way.
one is on me.
And Maria too. I don't know if it's going to be different because you're on a phone. Although I know the mods are still able to do their stuff on their phones. No, it didn't do it. Okay, how about? Oh, you're on the phone. Can you copy and paste your previous message to see? Maybe it won't do it again because I already allowed it through. I wonder. See, if I do it, I'm sure it'll let it through because I'm doing it and I would be the one to approve it. I don't know, Maria. You need to be a better mod. I swear. I need to send you to mod school. Showing up late to the party and everything. I know. I still love you. She might be. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so do you see how it says show or hide, Maria? And above that, above her thing, yeah, you see it? Okay, now hit show so it lets it through because it doesn't really have a cuss word in it, so otherwise I don't care. So push the button on your phone that for show. There you go. See, you just let it through. You just did your first mod thing. Good deal. Okay. Thank you, Evie, for helping with that. Because we have to school Maria on how to do these things. I think we do need a round of applause. Where are all my emojis? Oh, I can't use emojis through here, really? It doesn't show them. Oh my gosh. Well, that's no good. You see this? Do you see my bottle here? How there's no label on it? That's what my daughter does to like every drink. The buy waters, she just slides the thing right off. And then she hands it to me and she says, "Guess what flavor it is?" I wonder if I copy. I can't. It won't let me copy and paste either, I don't think. We'll see. Copy. Oh, I can do that. Ah, it let me copy and paste that. Get around it somehow. Adjust myself a little bit here. Oh. Yeah, we have to work out all the kinks now before, you know, I go big time and have 20 people. Although I think, what was I up to? I was up to, did I see 16 or 17? I don't know. So, do you see how over my head it has the little YouTube kind of symbol and it says 3 next to it? So that is supposed to show us how many people are watching. Yeah, 17. That's what I thought it said. Oh, I have to fly over there. Yeah, see, that's another little extra thing that I put on because I've got Streamlabs. So that's another little extra thing that I put on there. See, and because it's funny because like I see Carolyn asking, does anybody know how many people we have in here? And I don't know what screen she's looking at. So I don't know if she's looking at Zoom or if she's looking at Streamlabs. But I tried that and that thing works. Every time there's viewers, that number tells you how many viewers there are. It seems to be pretty accurate. So,
strength and honor.
of course I'm talking with my hands for some reason. I don't
Gold.
and nobody can really see my hands unless I'm itching my face. But see, that's another thing I could show Loopy Lisa Italian thing. I know. That's all right. It'll be better when I'm at my standing desk and walking around the room and flailing my hands and everything else. You kissed Mystic and he sneezed. Well, I hope he's not allergic to you. I hope that's not what that's a sign of. Of course, I go to work and sneeze. I guess it's because I'm allergic to it. Yeah, don't use the paper towels because they have to save money, right? I think she said don't use wads of paper towels. Just use one. I think I think paper towels is like the least of our problems. And what was funny was when you look at the cost of office supplies, it's almost completely level with what was budgeted. So I don't really know what that was all about. No special highlighters and no special keyboards. You notice? Like she must have overheard me telling John about my keyboard because if my keyboard goes out, I am getting a new one. I don't care. Allergic to walking. How did she plan on getting around? Hovercraft? Are you going to bed? Do you need me? Yeah, you can play the guitar. Yeah, don't print if you. Yeah, right. Don't print if you don't have to, and if you do, make sure it's in black and white. Hmm. Yeah, my daughter never said she was allergic to walking. Although she's the one that told me that the YouTube thing is stupid, and only people her age are on YouTube. That all sounded fine and dandy to her until I told her I wouldn't spend any of the money that I make on her. So we'll see how that pans out. Oh, that's cute. When she was 5 years old, she waved at a train driver. When he waved back, she said, "I am going to marry him." That's so sweet. Although I'm guessing that's not her boyfriend right now, right?
Well met. Be careful.
So I would say obviously she's changed her mind since then. So Maria, I don't know if you have big plans this weekend, but from what I understand, Loopy Lisa and Casbat are supposed to do a live tomorrow. At least they're hoping to. So I guess I'm going to have to try to catch them while we're moving rooms and painting. She even put her arms over her chest. Yes, her boyfriend is not him. Yeah, I would think not. But you never know. I mean, stranger things have happened. Yeah, you just never know. Friday nights are bad. Not tomorrow night. I meant Saturday. I really wanted today to be Friday. I'm sorry. And Saturday night for them is Saturday afternoon for us. I misspoke. And Maria, you should really join my Discord server because uh, I have a text channel in there. I'm posting all the links to like the lives I've been on. I might have missed. I might have missed something, but I'm gonna try to keep it up to date. Oh, good. Is your sparkling car still sparkling, or is it less sparkling than it was? I guess you're getting a water softener installed and we're painting and moving rooms around. Is she playing? She's not playing her guitar yet. That's good. I'm glad it's still shiny for you. Oh yeah, yeah. Her sister-in-law is pretty good.
May the eternal sun shine upon you. Ah, I've been expecting you.
Yeah, so you'll have salty water. Is that what water softeners do? It turns your water salty? And you just put a very bad thought in my head. Because I guess because you put my mind in the gutter earlier during the meeting with your little comment. So I don't know if you've ever seen South Park. So if you haven't, you wouldn't probably know where my mind went. I was singing in the bath today. I don't take baths very often because the bathtub is in my children's bathroom. But I love taking a shower. Nice, hot, hot, hot shower. Okay, so remember the word that you were using with me that you drew on my notepad that was for notes? If you put the words chocolate and salty in front of it, it is a song from South Park. It is terribly inappropriate. Yes, it is terribly inappropriate. Um, but if you're curious enough, you could Google it and see what I'm talking about. Well, you know, South Park is pretty much potty central. Right. So with scoliosis, it's dangerous in the shower because I lose my balance. Right. But you know, I don't know. They advertise these walk-in uh, bathtubs here in the states. So I don't know if you guys have these things. Um, I keep telling my husband that's what I want when we're old and I can't, I have to worry about slipping. I mean, I'm already old, but not that old. Um, because you can get shower heads and everything, so you can take a bath, you can take a shower, but you're not gonna fall because it's got a seat in there and you can stand up. And Maria, you act like you don't trust me, and you're the one that put my mind in the gutter. I have a letter from Farmer Yoon. Oh dear Lord. I'm in a housing New Zealand house, so government owns it. Oh, I see. Maria, she is not my girlfriend. I keep telling you, that is your girlfriend. She is your friend, and she is a girl. She's not mine. You have to actually interact. She just sits in close location to me. Actually, you sit closer to me. We have we have what, 2.5 inches between our desks, maybe, if that. The dog is not howling at the moon. So it's 8:30 at night, and what happens is from the time I get home, so as soon as I get home, he goes crazy yapping at me. Not really yapping because his voice is not like a yappy dog, but he's all excited and he jumps all over me. I can't hardly get in the door and put my purse down. And usually when I come home, I go to the restroom, I change into my pajamas, which is like pajama pants and a t-shirt, or sweatpants and a t-shirt, or if it's wintertime, a hoodie or something. But he can't even hardly let me change before he gets up on my lap and he's all over the place. And then I eat dinner and he usually eats a bowl of food while I'm eating dinner. And then after that happens, people are, have all kind of gotten home from work and they're walking their dogs and kids might be riding their bikes. And anybody that comes down our street, he has to bark at. And it's for one of two reasons. Either he has to make sure that they don't get anywhere close to his yard, or if he's outside, he's barking at them because they're not coming over to play with him. There's a guy that lives across the street that he does a lot of yard work and he's always out there cutting his grass and water his flowers and all that stuff. And uh, he barks at him all the time. And he doesn't bark at him because he doesn't like him. He barks at him because he wants him to come over and play with him because he likes him so much. Because when he comes over and pets him, he's all happy and he's all wagging his tail and jumping all over the place and doesn't bark a bit or anything. So it's like he's barking to tell him to come over here and pet me. Yeah, it's pretty funny. He does it to the people that live directly across the street from us too. They it's a couple and they have one, two, three kids. I think they have two girls and a boy. And when he sees them come out, he barks at them too because usually if they're like going to work or whatever and he's outside, they'll come over and they'll pet him and everything. So if they don't come over and pet him, he's like upset about that. But I guess it takes a lot of work to protect his yard because he sleeps pretty heavy at night. Yeah, right. I mean, seriously, he's such a rough life. I wonder. I have this question.
Welcome.
I do.
Jade serpents guide you.
See, Maria, you need a dog. You need to have that barking love. I don't think he's over here. I don't think he's over here. I think he's here. See, look at this. Wouldn't this be a very grand garden to have? Look at this. Oh, look at all of the vegetables. If only. Of course, they have some terrible rabbit type creatures in this garden. See over here.
Hmm?
See, and there's even a quest over here to go and water like the carrots and the cabbage, and there's like sugar beets over here. Something else. Anyway, you have to go water them.
WhiteTiger watched over you.
Oh, I'm gonna go save the axe. Do you guys hear my daughter playing the guitar? So I don't know if it should come. It should not come through, but I don't know if it is or not. I think my noise cancellation might be better than the mic not picking it up. Very vaguely, really? She's learning some new songs, so she's practicing. She came in here and she asked me if she could. I said yes. So as long as you can't make out if it's a copyrighted song or not, I guess I'm okay. It doesn't look like, I don't know, maybe it's picking it up when I'm talking, but I don't see the mic activating when I'm not talking. So, Maria, how come your daughter's not in here watching me? Now would be the perfect time. It's just you and Evie and myself for her to come in and say hi. Tell her I requested her presence.
What do you need?
Plant 3 green cabbages. I can do that, and then I can turn
Enough
this
of
in
that.
tomorrow. I told to come on. Yes, but will she listen to you or not? Well, we still only have 3. Oh, she's here. My daughter played guitar but had to stop lessons when she got a full-time job. Oh. Yeah, pretty much the only thing my daughter has to do is chores and schoolwork. Stay once. Is that your name? Nice. Thank you for coming to visit me, and you actually said hi. It's better than I've gotten my daughter. Although I did get my daughter to subscribe, but she's in there practicing her guitar instead of watching me. I'm sure she is. High state ones. Oh, yeah. That's Maria's daughter. Oh, tell Noah I said hi, or if he's watching, hi, Noah. I saw your back to school picture. You looked very handsome.
Browse. Take your time. Enjoy.
I can't buy those yet. Oh, crud. Eight.
There is no hurry.
Oh, he's watching. That's good. Ask him how his first day of school was. Or maybe he can just tell you and you can tell me. I hope they didn't give him any homework. That would not be fun. And Evie, my daughter's been taking lessons for a year and a half, I want to say, maybe a little more. Um, she's like a natural. I've never seen anybody pick up guitar so fast, and uh, her teacher is quite impressed with her. Has her doing some really hard stuff. Like he told her to come up with when she first started. He told her to come up with a list of stuff that she wanted to play, and my mom's favorite favorite music is from the Beatles, and so of course she wanted to play that. And he's like, "Do you know how hard the Beatles is to play?" And she's like, "Well, that's what I want to learn how to play." And she picked it right up. Yeah, I'm really impressed. So she definitely has the knack for it. I mean, she didn't know how to read notes or anything, and she picked that all up like really quick. She's After a couple weeks, she's like, "Oh yeah, this is this, and this is this, and um, this is aggravating." Um, I must still have that in my bag. She's like, "Oh, here's these chords and that chord," and I was completely impressed with her. So Maria, you should tell your daughter if she's not still in here. Have a Discord channel for the channel. I want to go up there. Go up. My mom taught me music notes when I was 8 years old. You know, it's funny because I took a lot of chorus, and like I know the scale. I never learned how to read the notes like that. I don't know. I guess I got it from my mom because my mom is the same way where she can look at the music and she can sing the notes because she knows what sound that note should be making. Um, and so it doesn't usually take me very long to learn a song, but I was never able to. I mean, yeah, obviously you have to be able to note read and learn to read the notes, pretty fast so that you can play an instrument unless you do it by sound or memorization. So I was quite impressed that my daughter picked that up so quick. But my sister, she was never a singer. My mom and I were singers. My sister played the clarinet. Then she took lessons to play the clarinet, and then she taught herself how to play like the keyboard, so she can play, some piano. And she always wanted to learn how to play the guitar. She's tried to do some of that, but now she wants my daughter to teach her because my daughter's so good at it. Well, the recorder, my son had to play that in school, but my son, I think he tends more to the singing than he does playing an instrument. He tried the violin, and he was doing pretty well self teaching himself. And then we sent him for lessons. And the strangest thing is, he has a muscle in his hand that is built up to the point that he can't really hold the violin the way that the teacher wanted him to. And so that didn't work out very well. But I think he could still teach himself how to do it. He just, I guess, wouldn't be holding it properly. Where my daughter, she's so in a year and a half, she has so she started on the acoustic guitar and now she's playing the electric guitar so she can play both. Oh, Evie, I imagine they would be. Gosh, I don't know how time flies so fast. Get a little bit of free time in the evening after work, and then it just goes by lickety split. Just heard a train hoot as with 5 minutes walk away from. Oh yeah, we have train tracks. I guess I would say maybe half a mile down the road from us, and um, a lot of times if it's in the morning, in early morning, we can hear the train coming through with their horn. I didn't pick up the quest.
The winds guide you.
That's not the right one. No. That's I understand.
What brings
I
you
um
here?
I have terrible trouble typing on my
We
phone.
shall meet again.
And I watch it. I watch as I'm typing and it looks like it's hit the right key and it pops up a different letter. I don't understand that either. I knew what you meant. I can kind of hear her, so she must be getting kind of loud. Electric trains, they toot every time by intersection as 3 people have ended their lives. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, depending on where our trains cross, they have to signal. Um, but most places where the train tracks go across where a road is, they have gates that come down. Sorry to hear that. Is that who the fourth viewer is? Well, that's cool. Noah, I'm glad you could watch. Oh, so I'm like huge then. Oh, and I think I just missed my fish. Yep. Like, I need any bigger of a head. I already have a pretty big head. We have gates there now that close when the train. Yeah. You kind of have to because people get crazy and think they can just beat it. Uh-oh. There's Lemon. Oh. No, I do not have a big head. I just act like I do. Hang on, I'm gonna see if the dog will listen to me. I gotta hit this. Okay. Sometimes he barks at my daughter playing the guitar. I don't know if he thinks he's better than her or what. Do your trains run a lot, or very often? Because ours don't. Well, at least where I'm at, they don't come through very often. Like they come through every morning at the same time, but it's not like multiple times throughout the day. Are you finished? No, no. They said they could hardly hear you, which is good because I don't need you getting me copyright striked before I even get started. No, I'm sure. Later, but not right now. You need to do what? What do you need to do? That's fine. On the acoustic or the. Okay, that's fine. I don't think that'll come through. Every 5 minutes, peck time, then every. Wow. Yeah, I was talking to my daughter, sorry. She had to switch guitars. She's like, I need to practice. Then she wondered if she was too loud. I said, no. I'm not going to get a copyright strike for her playing. I just wouldn't be able to
Greetings.
monetize a video, but I don't have anywhere close to enough subs yet.
Go.
Yeah, eventually my daughter will be coming up behind me in the room I'm going to be in, and then she'll have to be on camera. She might not like that. I think I need the next one. That's quite often to have trains. My daughter won't let me take a photo of her. You know, my daughter doesn't mind me taking pictures. She's just gotten worse. I guess she does those crazy pictures on Snapchat with all the little overlay things, and she makes all kinds of crazy faces and gestures when I try to take her picture. Oh man. She took her pictures that she drew and showed me. Yeah, they get crazy with those Snapchat overlay things. I mean, some of them are cute. However, it is kind of odd to. My daughter's Facebook picture right now is like the dog, um, one where like her tongue's hanging out and got the doggy ears and the nose with the whiskers. Oh, yeah. My daughter also does um, those, well, what it used to be Musically, now it's TikTok. Little, I guess you do little dances to songs or something. And you take a little video. Oh, we've gained another viewer. My goodness, we have a record 5 people in here now. I know, right? I'm moving up in the world. Well, that plant got really big. Must have had some miracle grow with it. Yeah, yeah, I'm sure it'll grow just fine. I just need to get to 1,000 subs, then I can stream on my phone, which means I would be able to stream while we're out doing stuff. So that's my first goal. I have to get to that point, and then 1,000 subs with 4,000 hours of watch time. Then you can do AdSense. Yeah, it would be really neat because we have property that I would really like to go to, and I would be able to stream from the lake. I want to get a GoPro so I can take it in the water. It'd be interesting. Seed pack. Plus our camping and fishing outings. Since my son started working, we haven't been able to go and do a whole lot of stuff on the weekends because he was working on the weekends. And or when we go to the property and camping and stuff, we can take the dogs, so that's not really an issue. Of course, if I could get to 1,000 subs before we go to his graduation in December, I could do some live streams while we're on the road. I want to put nail polish on my nails with my dog. Let me steal mine. I don't put nail polish on my nails. I I I did get my nails done for a while, but
Looking to buy?
I have these ridges on my nails. And it's hereditary. My mom has them, and evidently the older we get, the worse they get. So I don't usually bother putting nail polish on. As a matter of fact, I like to keep my nails trimmed pretty low because I do a lot of keying in numbers. But I have to say, I like the color change nail polish. That's some pretty neat stuff. A dent in each fingernail because my finger's hyper extended. Ooh. Bad thing about my nails having ridges in them is if I try to grow them long, they start splitting where the ridges are. So I end up having to cut them anyway. Having them done with fake nails was actually okay, but then there was, I guess, at some point, the nails weren't sticking very well. So I was like, well, I'll take a break, and then I just haven't gone back to have them done again. Yeah, I hate that. Well, I mean, I guess breaking would be one thing, but mine split. So if you have to be careful because if they split and then you don't notice it, then you catch it on something, then you end up uh, pulling it down past the quick, and then it hurts. I feel like I'm missing. You can put your feet onto your head. Ouch. Yeah. Yeah. I think Pirates Day is coming up again. I saw something on the calendar in the game over the weekend. What was it? Free T-shirt day. What the heck? That's something new. Vendors have been spotted in several locations throughout Azeroth selling T-shirts for free. They're not really selling them then. There are even rumors of entertainers launching free second-hand shirts in capital cities. Oh, Pirates Day is next month. Trial of Style is 2. Oh, that's the holiday weekend. What did we jinx you? I didn't mean to do that. I actually had 2 nails that were growing kind of long. I had to clip today because I just knew they were about to catch on something.
Lotar. Go.
Maria, you've been kind of quiet. You must be working or doing your exercise or something. Yeah, a thumbs up doesn't tell me which one. Both. I figured as much. You're such a busy, busy, busy bee. Thank you. What a miracle. The wrapper's on. Look at that. Maria said her kids do the same thing. Yeah, I already know it's pineapple though. And I knew the other one was plain coconut. Oh, why? What do you think they're going to do with you if they have the wrapper on them? The wrappers don't attack. I don't think that's how you spell Pilates. That looks like pilates. Yeah, I know. I'm just messing with you. Yeah, I keep myself busy when my husband's not home. He works nights. Yeah. Her husband works overnights. My husband, he works 3 to 11 shift. My husband used to work overnights, and I told him he had to stop that because he was such a crank. So crabby all the time. I couldn't take it. I'm like that when my daughter is out. I can vacuum her room. That's right. You looked it up. Really? I thought there was an O. All right. I'm just going to double check you. We'll see. Well, if I could type, maybe. Well, maybe you're right. All right. I'll concede this one to you. Only once. It does not look right, though, typed out like that for some reason.
Well met. We shall meet again.
I'm not thinking of Play Doh. Good grief. See, and then if I had my Stream Deck, I could hit the button that went wah, wah, wah. Is that a bro fist? What is that? See, I can only, yeah, that's what a bro fist is, yeah. I can only copy and paste emojis because evidently Streamlabs just shows me blank squares. So I could hit an emoji, and I don't know what I'd be hitting. It could be a bad one, so I'm not going to attempt it. Although I do have the stream going on my phone on my WhiteTiger name. Because, after the incident the other day, I need to make sure it's actually streaming. And I don't talk to myself for a half hour and none of it was streaming, just recording. Because talk about feeling like a dork. That's definitely how I felt. My oldest brother tried to convince me I came from Pluto. Pluto is a really cool dog, so that would be okay. Because then you would be living in Mickey Mouse's house. I know you mean the planet. Just saying. I love this can of worms bobber. I would be better with Mickey Mouse. It sure would, wouldn't it? I mean, who doesn't like Mickey Mouse? And who doesn't like Pluto? Yep. And he's yellow. You don't see too many yellow cartoon dogs. Oh my goodness. Goofy is like me. I swear. Trip and fall and tumble and, yep, completely like him. Remember the like exercise little tidbit things he would do? Oh my goodness gracious. That used to crack me up. Come on, I just need one more of this fish. Okay, so we hit the 2 hour mark. Do you believe that? I haven't, that's the first time I've hit the 2 hour mark, I think, in my own string. And it's past my bedtime. But I wanted to get this one more quest done. I know, right? And you're so awesome because you're like here the whole time. So, as my daughter says, I don't have to look stupid talking to myself. She's like, "How are you gonna? How?" She said to me, "How weird is it to talk to strange people in the chat?" I said, "Well, it's not really any stranger than going to the store and randomly talking to people." You left the dragon.
Well
Did
met.
I miss something?
Walk with your friend.
Must have been something in the game. Now I'm curious, where was the dragon? Was it in the game? Oh. Oh. I, believe it or not, as strange as you all might find this,
Hail.
I was born in the year of the tiger. Go figure.
May the eternal sun shine upon you.
Oh, on this mount that I'm on, I have some really, yeah, I have some really cool mounts. I, it's one of the things that um, I aspire to get. Um, so this is one I bought, but it's the Mystical Rune Saber. I love it. It's really pretty. And let me turn this back on. I'll show you some of the mounts that I have. So I have, this says I have 357 mounts. At 300, I got, might have been 350. I got I think it's the Fell Firehawk. This was what I was really aspiring to get because green is my favorite color. So I'll show you what this one looks like. So it's an armored hawk. It's made out of green fire. Yeah, I like that. So there's I should probably just do a whole video when I start trying to mess with making videos instead of going live of all the mounts I have, because I have a ton. The next goal for getting a mount for the number of mounts is 400, and as you can see, I'm about at 357. So this is one that is it's kind of rare. A lot of people have it now because they've been farming it for years and years and years. It This is one of the ones that took me the longest to get so far. It's really pretty. And the rarest mount, well, I think it's the rarest mount based on nobody, even the big streamers that have been for years farming this mount for years and years and years and years. I have it. And it is called the Big Love Rocket. And it is like my most prized possession for mounts. It's not really like the most fancy looking thing. It's a little goblin rocket, but yeah, so and look, it's got like a little tiger printed seat. Um so this is a mount that you can only farm during their Love is in the Air event, which happens around Valentine's. So it's like I think it's a week long. It might be 2 weeks long. Every day you can run a dungeon, an event dungeon for that event, and we'll drop a candy box, and you open that candy box, and there's a possibility of getting that mount. And so I want to say for 3 years straight, I had 24 tunes that I ran every day through that dungeon. And I got it on the last tune on that particular day that it dropped. And I was with a group of 5 people that I was in a guild with, and we ran the dungeons all together. And it dropped for me. They were not happy with me. But yeah, I love this. I very rarely run into anybody that has it. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I'll do a video at some point of all the mounts that I have. That's why I keep running the raids, so I can. I like having fun, that's for sure. Well, I am going to go to bed, so I'm going to stop streaming. I will, unless somebody better is on tomorrow night, I will probably do another test tomorrow night. Um, and if you want one of these for yourself, you'd have to play the game, but that's up to you. Um, so thank you for staying with me the whole time. Thank you, Maria, for coming. Thank you, Maria's children, for watching. And hopefully, I will see you all next time. But I have to go to bed, so good night.